Hi. So officially the clay court season in tennis is over with the culmination of the French Open, where we saw some fabulous matches and perhaps one of the greatest Grand Slam finals ever being played, and we saw a superb result for Coco Gauff in the women's final and Alcaraz in the men's final, where Alcaraz came from the brink of defeat to beat world number one Sinner in a dramatic final to win his second back-to-back French Open championship, and whereas Coco Gauff played an incredible final against world number one Arina Sabalenka to win her maiden French Open championship. But then that's history now. Now another big Grand Slam is approaching, and it is even less than a month away. That is the Wimbledon, supposedly the most prestigious Grand Slam. And because of that, now all the top notches, all the big superstars of tennis in the men's and women's tennis are busy playing the grass court warm-up tournaments across Europe as a preparation or a build-up for the Wimbledon. But as you know, after playing so much of clay court tennis for months, and especially in the French Open and also before that at some of the Series 1000 events, some of the superstars or the big players or the rank holders or the seeded players have shown rustiness and have shown challenges in terms of adjusting to the grass courts of the warm-up tournaments, and it is being reflected in their outcome so far. Let's start with Alcaraz. Alcaraz has had another monumental and dramatic comeback from the brink of defeat, this time at the Hull Open, which is a grass court warm-up tournament, before beating Jaume Munar 6-4, 6-7, 7-5. And remember, in the third set or the deciding set, he was 2-4 down, and it looked the match was over for him. But then now it has become a habit for him. He has become actually the Djokovic of the 2020s, which is not a good sign for his opponents. And though it was fatigue, it was mentally tiring, and he was actually must not have been greatly happy after playing such a energy-sapping French Open final just weeks back, and then again playing such a long match at the early stages of a grass court preparation season. But then the outcome would be pleasing him, and the outcome would be creating a heavy dent on his opponents, because now people may be beginning to think that he has become like Djokovic, because every time he is on the brink of defeat, he's somehow finding a way to win it, and maybe the opponents just don't know how to handle his pressure. Maybe they don't know how to even grab a win, even if it is given to them on a platter. Maybe Alcaraz is born to win. That kind of mental scar can be dangerous for the opponents, and that can be a real asset for Alcaraz. So though it was energy sapping, but I think the outcome would have pleased him, because it would give a great statement ahead of the Wimbledon. But unfortunately, Coco Gauff, the women's French Open champion, didn't have such a lucky day yesterday. She lost 6-3, 6-3 at the Berlin tournament, which is again a preparation tournament for Wimbledon, to Chinese qualifier Wang Jinhui, and it was a pretty one-sided, listless performance, and it is not a great sign for her. It won't give her a lot of confidence going into the Wimbledon with this kind of result. Now let's come to Sinner, the world number one, the man everybody wanted to see how he's going to fare after that crushing, heartbreaking defeat, because more than physicality, more than tennis-wise result, the psychological and the mental scar was something which people wanted to see, because he already had one such loss against Alcaraz in the semi-final in 2023. This time it was even more crushing, because he had match points and he should have won it convincingly in the 4 sets. But then people were watching it, and I'm not sure the performance of his against Alexander Bublik would have gone in a long way to undo that scar, because he not only lost against Bublik, who is anyway a talented player, but he lost in 3 sets after winning the first set. So it, rather than giving him any confidence, it would have reinforced those same feelings that he would have had after that heartbreaking French Open loss to Alcaraz, because he won the first set 6-3, but then lost 4-6, 3-6 to Bublik to bow out from the Hull tournament. Not a great way to approach the Wimbledon. It won't give him a lot of confidence, especially considering grass is not his strongest and most fancied surface. So anyway, he doesn't have a great record on the grass courts or at Wimbledon. With this kind of a preparatory result or a warm-up outcome, I'm not sure his confidence would be sky high. But then he is a world number one. He has already shown he's mentally tough. Who knows, maybe he will come with a different mindset in the Wimbledon, and he may shock everybody. Let's hope for the best let's hope the rivalry continues with some great tennis between Alcaraz and Sinner and maybe Djokovic. Thank you.